Hello everyone, I'm Karen Tobin and I'm going to be examining claims from online sources. For this purpose, we're going to use an article on MSM.com by Emily Lawrence entitled, "This is the Best Nut for Brain Health, According to a Neurologist and Alzheimer's Expert." First, I'm going to give a summary of the health condition outlined in the article and the assertions made by the author in the article. Then I'm going to talk about the search strategy that I used in order to research and examine the article's assertions and talk about the findings from the search and then critically appraise the assertions that were made by the author in the article. So the main claim for this article is that the best nut for brain health is walnuts. And Emily Lawrence uses two experts who she quotes in the article to back up this claim. The first is a neurologist, Dr. Raphael Wald, and the second is a physician chef, Dr. Annie Fenn. Now, these two experts provide very different reasons why walnuts are the best nuts for brain health. Dr. Wald asserts that walnuts contain polyunsaturated fatty acids and monounsaturated fats, which in turn help to control blood cholesterol levels and blood sugar levels, which prevents heart disease. And the main thrust of his assertion is that a healthy heart supports brain health by supplying nutrients and oxygen. Therefore, a healthy heart equals healthy brain. Meanwhile, Dr. Fenn asserts that walnuts are high in antioxidants, specifically vitamin E and polyphenols, which block inflammation that prematurely ages the brain. So for the search strategy, I used PICO to determine the search concepts. And the research question I had a couple of issues with. First is with the term brain health. There is no mention or definition in the article anywhere about what brain health actually is or how they would be measuring it. So, because of that, I decided to use brain aging as the problem concept. Another issue I had with the research question or author's claim was that it talks about walnuts being the best nuts, but there's no other mention in the article about other nuts. So I used walnuts as the intervention, and I decided to not use a comparator. And obviously the outcome is prevention of brain aging. For this searching strategy, I used a combination of MeSH terms and keywords for each of the three databases that I used: PubMed, Embase, and Cochrane Library. The MeSH terms and keywords may have varied slightly due to the unique terminology in each of the databases, but I was always searching for the highest quality of evidence. So in my searches, I did find some low-level evidence in the form of literature reviews and randomized control trials, which suggested that a walnut-enriched diet may protect against oxidative stress and inflammation in dementia, Parkinson's disease, stroke, depression, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. And all of these studies taken together, the evidence that they presented with their findings, support the claim made by Dr. Wald that a healthy heart equals a healthy brain. I also found some low-level evidence which suggested that walnut extract may be promising in the prevention of Alzheimer's disease, and this supports the claim it made in the article by Dr. Fenn about walnuts being beneficial for neuroprotection or brain aging. I was also able to find 4 trials that are currently registered with Cochrane Library that deal with the effect of walnuts on age-related brain atrophy. So let's look at all of this information critically. One of my main problems with the claim made by the author is the vagueness of the term brain health. As I said before, there was no definition in the article of what brain health is or how it could possibly be measured. Also, I should mention that Dr. Fenn cites a study by Kaplan et al. which says that a green MED diet is potentially neuroprotective for age-related brain atrophy. Okay, now this diet is rich in Mankai, green tea, and walnuts, and it's low in red or processed meat. Now, I took a look at this study, and there's nothing that indicates that the walnuts provide their neuroprotection. The results of that study could have been due to any of the other ingredients in the diet. Also, walnuts are claimed to be the best nut for brain health in the article. However, there is no mention of other nuts or any comparison of walnuts' performance for brain health to any other nuts. I should also mention that one of the experts quoted in the article wrote a book, a cookbook using walnuts, which is promoted in the article, so conflict of interest there. As I said before, there's no high quality evidence to support the claims, and by high quality evidence I mean systematic reviews or meta-analyses. However, I did find low level evidence, randomized controlled trials, and studies that support the experts' claims that healthy heart equals a healthy brain, and walnuts support a healthy heart, and that walnuts can prevent premature aging of the brain. Both of these claims require further research. So these are my references. And thank you for listening. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post them in the discussion area of Brightspace.